So welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video, and we are going to be diving into FIFA 22 stuff because this month is the month. We should be getting some PES 2022 news later on, around July 21st, and then EA came out with a trailer and a little bit of spiel regarding FIFA 22 just before the Euros. And I have to say, obviously, congratulations to Italy. Fantastic result for them. You know, it was a big game, wasn't it? And it's harsh on England, but, you know, that's football. It's a penalty shootout. It could have literally gone either way. You know, the whole racist thing afterwards with the English players, I knew it was going to happen. I don't condemn it in any way. It's ridiculous, and morons are morons, and unfortunately, you can't do a whole lot with people in the world this day and age. You just can't. I can't fathom out why people think racism, you know, is acceptable when everyone's a human being. You know, if you take a penalty and you miss it, then you miss it. And yeah, it sucks because the whole country's behind you, but at the end of the day, we're all humans. Leave it alone. Anyway, I could go on about that all day. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about FIFA 22. Now, and I'll leave timestamps if you want to skip through this video because I do like to talk and I do like to give my opinions, and I'm going to be doing that. If you guys know me, I'm a PES fan. I'll admit that right off the gate. But it doesn't mean that I will not go back, or not back, but, you know, do news and updates and everything about FIFA. If FIFA came out with a brand new game and it blew PES away and the engine was spectacular, I probably would transition over. I just want to play a good football game. It's nothing to do with PES or FIFA. It's on the pitch. It's all I care about. Unfortunately for me, FIFA's never done it on the pitch. Anyway, the first piece of news we're going to go over is the cover star. As we know, Mbappe is confirmed as a Paris Saint-Germain star, continues as face of EA Sports game. Not really a surprise. I mean, Mbappe's, you know, a pretty good up-and-coming player. I don't think he had a very good tournament in the Euros, but, you know, the Frenchman is still, you know, for his age, one of the best out there. And he's highly rated in FIFA and PES, so you can't really complain about that. So there's the first piece of news out the way. Pretty standard stuff. There he is. He's having a word with the missus. I'm on the front cover again. Well, that's going to be nice for you. A nice little paycheck. And there's Sergio Ramos, of course, is going to Paris Saint-Germain. Or he's already there for free. Not bad. Okay, so now let's move on to the trailer. All right, now I'm going to run this. Okay, I'm going to let this run in the background and talk over it. First of all, it says real-world footage not used in-game. Really? Well, that's unbelievable. Imagine if you had real-world footage in-game. Baffling. So, the main thing about this trailer is, of course, this hyper technology. Hypermotion technology. Real Madrid squad numbers. What did it say there? Actually, we'll go back afterwards. So yeah, they're talking, everything about this trailer is about the Hypermotion technology stuff that they're adding to the game. And that's going to be the big talking point. So, the usual trailer, snippets, very small snippets. I mean, it looks exactly like FIFA, just like PES will look exactly like PES. So there's a couple of lads, all getting suited up. So this whole Hypermotion thing is different to mocap. Normally they have mocaps to wear the suits, right? They go into a little room and they do some stuff. Whereas this new technology they're using, machine learning as well. Well, we'll talk about it afterwards because there's a little bit of an article about it. So yeah, there you go. Doing the old ridiculous tricks that you do in-game. I've never seen anyone pull that move off in-game. In the real world, that is. And there we go. Powered by... Brilliant. Powered by passing, powered by football. Well, that's a new one, isn't it? I don't really get the whole powered by football. Yes, it is called football. I don't think anything worse than that would be called powered by soccer. And we wouldn't like that. Okay, so that was the trailer. So where was that bit that they had? There's something here. Game engine footage simulated by Hypermotion technology. Real Madrid squad numbers subject to change. Okay, fantastic. So, yeah, it was your traditional trailer. I mean, what are these numbers? Is there anything going on here? No, this is just... Yeah, this is all just kind of... just giving it a little bit more aesthetic look to it. And a switch there. So yeah, it's the usual thing that we've seen from EA. And no doubt Konami will do the same. I don't take any of these trailers seriously anymore. I take them as a grain of salt. The only reason they put these out is strictly for marketing, okay? There's always a word that they have to come out with every year that just makes the game sound a little bit more, you know what I mean? And that's what they're doing. You know, EA are very good at marketing the game. Unfortunately, Konami are not very good at marketing PES. And you can really tell that by the numbers, you know, and the sales and all that. So yeah, EA are very good at doing what they do. And they're really hyping up this Hypermotion technology. So let's go a little bit deeper into what exactly this is. So if you head over to the website, and I'll leave links in the description if I remember. If I don't, then oh well. So here it is, FIFA 2022, powered by football. It's a very odd thing to say though, isn't it? I mean, you wouldn't put powered by golf, you know? That's just weird. Groundbreaking new Hypermotion gameplay technology elevates every match across every mode in FIFA 22. However, take this into account, folks. It is only available on the PS5, the Xbox Series X and the S, and the Stadia. It is not on PC. It is not on PS4. It is not on the old Xbox. So unless you have a next-gen console, which, let's be honest, is quite hard to find a PS5 right now, you're not going to be able to use this technology anyway, or you can't try it out, you can't play it. I think the biggest absence here is on PC, and it's going to annoy a lot of people. We'll talk about that as well. So yeah, you scroll down, and revolutionizing football gameplay. Okay. As we move down, right, we've got advanced 11v11 match capture. So X-Zen's suits. So that's the name they're going for. They're very sexual. Enable motion capture from 22 professional footballers playing at high intensity for the first time. The resulting unprecedented volume of high-quality real human movement data powers how both individuals and teams move across FIFA 22. So there's that bit, and that obviously isn't in-game. This is just a picture of an actual stadium of them doing the business. So they've got this machine learning. You won't be able to read out on the side there, but a cutting-edge proprietary machine learning algorithm learns from over 8.7 million frames of advanced match capture, then writes new animations in real time to create organic football realism across a variety of interactions on the pitch. That actually sounds quite interesting because, you know, writes new animations in real time. Are we saying that now, like, kind of like a ragdoll physics when you kill someone in the game and they kind of, their body just goes blip and it's always a new animation because of the physics? They're kind of saying that's going to happen here in a football game. Now, that is quite intriguing and not something I would hate, to be honest, so at least that sounds good. We've got full team authentic motion. X-Zen suits record every touch, tackle, sprint, and duel from all 22 players, playing at high intensity for the first time ever, capturing data that powers over 4,000 new animations in FIFA 22 to raise the footballing intensity, responsiveness, I mean the responsiveness would be an issue, is it? And physicality of every player in the game. Now, as you can see, if this is FIFA 22, and it may be, it's a short snippet, then the gameplay is not really going to change. I will say this, there's not a new engine coming to FIFA 22. I said this months ago because I spoke to someone at EA and he said no, EA are not going to be making a brand new engine. They're going to use what they have and they're going to enhance it, and that's exactly what they're doing. All I'm going to say is if you don't really like FIFA 22 now, or sorry, FIFA 21, and you're not a fan of the gameplay, because it is, obviously, I still feel like it's very skatey, and I just don't like it. You're not going to, I don't think you're going to enjoy FIFA 22. I mean, I'm going to play it, of course, and I'll try out the demo, but unless EA come out with a whole new engine, which they won't, folks, they won't, they don't need to, because people play FIFA non-stop. They make an absolute killing. Do you think EA are going to risk making a whole brand new game from the ground up with a whole new engine, kind of like what Konami are doing with the Unreal Engine? No, they're not going to do it because they would be concerned about, are people going to enjoy it? And as long as EA is still getting sales and they still have the same kind of audience that they have now, they'll be fine with it. People go on and on and on about how much they hate FIFA, they don't want to play it, but they still buy it every year. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's not going to be a new engine. So just don't think that there is going to be one, because there isn't. I don't think there is, but maybe I'm wrong. But I doubt it. Anyway, tactical AI So they've got deeper player intelligence driven by the power of next-gen consoles, gives each individual the ability to better understand both attacking and defensive formations and movement, creating a new level of tactical realism. This is all technical mumbo-jumbo that really doesn't get me excited. And even if Konami had this in there, I wouldn't really get excited. I actually have to play a game nowadays because I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm smarter. Than just to sit here and read stuff and go, oh yeah, that sounds great. But then the game comes out. It's very much like, if you guys remember when they spoke about the next-gen copy that came out on PS5. You know, they showed the ball, right? When you smacked the ball and it had that little, I can't remember the word of it. They used a word, can't remember the name of it. But it made the ball look really cool when you hit the ball, but it adds absolutely nothing to gameplay. It's just like a visual aesthetic thing, and that just doesn't excite me. The ability to make up 6 times more decisions per second gives attackers more awareness of their surroundings and all. Okay, so just talking about defense and attack. And I'll be honest with you, I've played FIFA 21. I've played it on PS5, and it's not great. There's no movement from the AI. I thought it was very, very poor, which is something that EA have gradually got worse at. I used to really like FIFA's movement of the AI, and it seems to have vanished. Personally, okay? And yes, I'm a PES person, so don't be coming in here saying I'm just saying that. No, I know that. But I'm being honest with you. FIFA used to be very good with the AI and the way the players made runs off the ball. And now, go and play FIFA 21. There's no midfield. It's stagnant. And it's kind of boring. So, yeah, they really do need to up the defensive and the attacking, AI. ML Flow. What is this? Master League? They've got Master League in FIFA. Now, learning from more than 8.7 million frames from advanced 11v11 capture, the ML Flow Machine learning algorithm writes new animations in real time, enabling players to better adjust their stride and running cadence on approach to the ball to control or strike it more smoothly. And there is Mbappe. Yeah, it's the same gameplay. It's not changing. Come on. Kinetic airballs. So, enhanced 2-player interaction technology syncs player animations, creating greater realism and responsiveness as they fight to be the first to the ball. See defenders and attackers push, pull, and jostle as they rise to meet crosses and clearances and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty standard stuff. You've got composed ball control, longer 2-touch animations make controlling the ball more natural and fluid than ever before. But is it going to be more realistic? That's one thing I've always said that FIFA just lacks. Is it's too quick sometimes where the whole realism goes out the window. Player humanization powered by advanced 11v11 capture, new off-the-ball animations and alert behavior help bring on pitch characters to life. See opponents talk, point, and direct each other. I mean, that's kind of cool. We've seen that. It's off-the-ball stuff. It's nothing real gameplay-wise, but it still adds a little bit more extra to the game if you see players doing things. And I do like that. I do like the little details when other players are doing things. Picking their nose when they're bored. I'm not going to do it on camera. Come on now. But yeah, good fun stuff like that. So there we have it. That's pretty much what the Hypermotion stuff is all about. And FIFA 22 is looking to go that way. But of course, it's only on the next-gen console. So let's move over now to a few other points that I wanted to talk about. Right, so the next point I wanted to touch upon, which I think is a little bit messed up, to be honest, considering last year EA didn't do this. I'm going to run this. I'm just going to let you guys have a watch, right? So FIFA 22's next-gen upgrade comes at a hefty cost. Okay, dual entitlement. If you didn't know what dual entitlement means, if you got it on the PS4 last year, you could upgrade for free to the PS5, okay? That's how it worked, or Xbox to the new Xbox, etc. But it's only available with the purchase of the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, and the Ultimate Edition is not cheap, folks. So, FIFA 22 Ultimate Edition costs $99 or £89.99. If you had EA Play, I believe it's $90, but that is still... It's the cost of games is madness now. If you own the standard edition of the PS4 and later you upgrade to the PS5, you'll need to buy a PS5 copy. That's a slap in the face. Dual entitlement was offered to owners of all versions of FIFA 21 on PS4 and Xbox One last year. FIFA 22 releases on October the 1st on all the consoles that you see. And then you've got the Legacy Edition also on the Switch. So that's a little bit of a slap in the face. So take that into account, folks. If you are going to get FIFA 22, remember, I'm going to go to this right here so you can see. If you get the Ultimate Edition, you get the PS4 and the PS5. If you just get the standard one, which is still $60-odd, by the way, no, you're going to have to buy the PS5 version completely separate. So, what do you guys feel about that? I think it's a little bit ridiculous. I honestly, the pricing of games now has become absolutely ridiculous. I mean, PS5 games now are generally $69.99 brand new. Even Ratchet & Clank, which is a single-player only game, is still $70. And now you've got like prices like this, and it's just mind-boggling to me. If you do the EA Play, you save 10%, but then EA Play costs like, what, $5 a month anyway? So you're paying more money for that. So yeah, just take that into account. There is all your additions. The standard is $70 on only the PS5. The standard on the PS4 is $60. But remember, the Hypermotion technology is not available on the PS4. It's only available on the PS5. It's all over the place. It really is. I mean, it's madness. So that's the first point that I wanted to get out of the way. Was right there. Now, the next thing that's going to annoy people is obviously this. EA's decision to make FIFA 22 on PC last gen isn't going down well. And totally understand. But this is not uncommon. I'm pretty sure the next gen version on the PC, like when it actually became next gen a while ago, like way back, we had to wait a few years before they even upped the PC version to the next gen version. So they've done it before and they're doing it again. Is it a surprise? No, it isn't, because EA's most of the money they're making, most of the revenue is all coming from console. They're probably not making a ton on PC anyway. I mean, they're making a decent amount, but nothing like console. So to them, they're just not bothering. And that's that, basically, isn't it? So let me know your thoughts below on that one, if you're disappointed with it or not. And that is pretty much it, folks. That's pretty much it for today. There was the trailer. There's the news. You got the cover star. Just give me your thoughts below. Me, personally, I'm not getting excited about anything, even PES related this year. I'm not bothering until I see actual gameplay. Yeah, we've played kind of the PES 22 really old school beta online thing that was going on, and it had good points, but it's a very unfinished game, as you would expect. But I'm not getting excited about it. I will wait to hold judgment on any kind of gameplay, but I will say I don't think it's going to change a lot. Like, all this Hypermotion stuff, it may add animations, but they're not going to change the gameplay. And if they're not going to change the gameplay, me as a PES fan, I'm not going to switch from PES to FIFA. If a brand new game came out with a brand new engine, then sure, I may even switch, because, you know, I'm 33 now. I'm not fanning about, messing about. I'll play what game I enjoy the most. But yeah, we'll see. We'll wait and find out. Anyway, until next time, subscribe for more. It was a long video, but I like to dive deep into the world of whatever we're talking about. So we'll be back shortly. Until next time, let me know your thoughts below, and take care.